Hello everybody, welcome back to the Horror Vault. This is day 25 of the 31 Nights of Horror Challenge. Again, this film does not need any introduction. For those who are horror fans, no matter whatever country you're from, I'm sure you would have seen it, or at least one of its versions of it. So the film in question I am talking about is Hideo Nakata's 1998 movie Ring, which spawned Ring 2, Ring 0, which also known as Ring 0 Birthday. There was an American remake called The Ring, should I say. Then there was The Ring 2. Then there was the most recent one called Rings. There's also Sadako 3D 1 and 2. In Korea, there was a film called, kind of like a remake. It was called The Ring Virus. And prior to this, there is a film called, it was called Ring, but then it got changed to be called Ring Kazabazan, something like that. I'm sorry if I got the pronunciation wrong, but I'm sure that's what it was called. That was 95, so that's before this one, and apparently that one is most close to Koji Suzuki's 1991 book, which this is also based on, but the 1995 TV movie one is actually supposed to be the closest to the book. So that one's out there, and as far as I know, it's not available to buy. I haven't seen it anywhere, but I have seen all the other ones apart from the Sadako and, as I said, the Kajabazan one. But yeah, this is easily one of my favourite Asian horror movies. In fact, I would go as far as to say this is my favourite Asian horror movie. Top 10 lists. This would quite easily be in my number one for Asian horror movies. Those who don't know, as I said, this is directed by Hideo Nakata, who did Dark Water, the original, and was also the writer behind the American remake. But yeah, so yeah, this basically, the film follows people who watch a tape. There's a sort of a weird contrasting video that they watch. Film ends. The phone rings after they've finished watching the video. The person on the end of the post says they would die within 1 week, so they've got 7 days to try and work out a way to stop themselves from dying. The only way they can find out the way that stops them from dying is if they copy the videotape and show somebody else the copy of the video. And then, of course, that cycle just continues to the next. Once that person's watched the video, then save themselves. They've got to copy the video and get somebody else to watch it as well, which then you've got that kind of moral compass kind of thing. Do you give it to somebody that you love, or do you give it to somebody you don't like and you just wouldn't care if they died after watching the video? But the film follows a journalist who's looking into the story of the videotape and think it's a bit like an urban legend type story. She finds the tape, she ends up watching herself, not thinking much of it, and then obviously the phone rings, and then she gets her ex-husband involved, who also watches the tape, but then their son also watches the tape. So there's actually 3 people who have to try and be saved, which, happens along through the film. There's the bit that most people will probably remember from Ring is the bit where Sadako, the main girl, who obviously it's, well, her on the front, crawls out of the well and then crawls towards the TV, and this looks far superior in this film than it does in the American remake, because the girl crawls towards the TV and then she crawls out the TV and then goes after the guy. It looks so much better in this Asian original movie than it does in the American remake. I don't mind the remake, but I do prefer this one. If you're going to watch them in order, I think the best way of doing it is Ring 0, which is the birthday, and then Ring 1 and Ring 2. It's something like that. But it's it's an interesting trilogy if you watch all these ones. Then you've got the as I said, the American remakes. The other one that I didn't mention, which is not a Rings film, it's kind of like a versus film, because of course everybody has to have a versus movie nowadays. So it's Sadako, obviously from The Ring, and then there's Kayako, who's from the Grudge movies. So that movie came out. I think it's out to buy. I'm not entirely sure, but I'm sure it's out to buy somewhere. But I was like, oh, I was really interested when I heard about that movie. I was all excited, and when I seen it at a film festival, and then I was very disappointed by it. It was too comical, wasn't what I was expecting it to be. I had this whole idea of these two, big Asian horror characters coming together, and then more evil entity type stuff happening. But no, they kind of turned it into a kind of a comedy-esque type thing, which didn't work for me. But as I said, easily my top Asian horror movie, and I highly recommend it if you haven't seen it. If you have only seen the American remake, I would try and take your mind away from that one and go and watch this. I find it very hard pressed to find somebody who prefers the American remake over this one. But as I said, each to their own. But yeah, that was Day 25's movie, which I really enjoyed, as you can tell. But let me know in the comments down below if you've seen it, or if you've seen any of the other ones that I mentioned at the beginning of this video. Especially if you've seen the Japanese TV movie from 1995. I'd be interested to find out what that's about. If you've read the book, I'd be very interested to see what you think about that and how it compares between the book to the film. So let me know in the comments all those things that I said, or anything you have to say or questions, just let me know. As I always say, like, share and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.